Hi lovelies, I'm Ariel and this is Maven Unmasked and welcome to your Black Moon Astrology Cards unboxing video. I have been waiting for this deck to come out for a little while. Finally got my hands on it. I've been, trying to study astrology more and more in 2017 this past year. And I've been looking for a really good astrology deck. I hadn't found one that I really truly resonated with, so I'm hoping that the Black Moon Astrology cards are it. This deck is published by Blue Angel Publishing. Upon picking it up, it's a lot heavier than I thought it would be. It's a lot more cards than I thought it would be. This deck is by Susan Shepard, and it features 52 cards plus the guidebook. The back of the box says, drawing on the ancient discipline of interpreting the night sky, the Black Moon Astrology cards give you access to the tangible wisdom contained in the heavens above. The movements of the planets, the luminaries, and the stars are reflected in the happenings on Earth and influence our lives, bodies, souls, and destinies. As a science and an art, astrology reveals the insight and knowledge that is literally written in the stars. The 52 cards are based upon the most important placements of a horoscope, making this an in-depth deck for divination and self-awareness. The 184-page guidebook includes information on a range of astrological influences, including the planets, eclipses, and the lunar nodes. You don't need to be an astrologer to read these cards, with the divinatory meaning, keywords, and tarot correspondence for each card. Yes! I did not know that. This deck makes the principles and revelations of astrology accessible to all. Explore the complex connections between you and the stars to illuminate your path and work fate to your favor. Get ready to shine with the Black Moon Astrology cards. So, didn't know that about the tarot aspect, so I'm super excited to hear that. So I'm super excited now. Let's get these puppies open and out into the world. Open and out, open and out. Open and out. Okay, so again, nice. They're really pretty. The box is beautiful. Nice and thick box. Nice and sturdy Blue Angel Publishing box. So let's open her up. Oh, come on. There you go. Thank you. Alrighty. Nothing special on the inside of the lid. Some decks do that, so I always make sure that I look. The little paper. I don't understand why the little paper is in there sometimes. Not that I'm complaining about it. I'm just curious what it's for. Okay. Alrighty. So here is the guidebook. Okay. It's a decent size thickness. It's a pretty decent sized guidebook, I think. At 185 pages, 184 pages. Pretty good size. This is the first edition. You open it up, you come to the introduction. Well, first you come to the table of contents, the introduction, then suggested card spreads, and then it goes straight into the card meanings. And the cards are numbered, and then it concludes with about the author. Okay. So, goes on with the introduction. What are the Black Moon Astrology cards? The planets and the lights, cards 1 to 11. Okay. The Black Moon Lilith, card 12. The signs and the houses, so cards 13 to 36. And then beyond the basics. Okay, oh, the planets and the lights, like the planets and the luminaries, I suppose. Okay. And then the elements are cards 37 to 40. The lunar nodes, cards 41 to 42. The eclipses, cards 43 to 44. The part of fortune, card 45. Aspects, cards 46 to 48. So you guys can kind of see what I am reading to you. return, so I guess like your solar return, your Saturn return, cards 49 to 50. Mercury retrograde has its own card at card 51. The void, of course, moon is card 52. It says, during a reading, it is important to put all of these components together and read accordingly. And then it goes into suggested card spread. So you have the here, now, later spread, which is like a 15 card spread. Okay. The astrological wheel spread, which is kind of like the a wheel of the year. The black moon spread, okay, which seems interesting. The planetary spread, that seems interesting. The course of action spread, and the black moon romance spread. Ooh la la. And then it goes into the card meanings. There's a little tiny reproduction of the card here, as well as the card name and its keyword, as well as the card number. And then it gives a quote. And they all have a quote, do they? They all have a quote. I like that. By like a person. Not, you know what I mean. So for sun, the sun, spirit, there is a vitality, a life force, an energy, a quickening that is translated through you into action. And because there is only one of you in all time, this expression is unique. And that's by Martha Graham. Okay, that's her quote. So I'm excited about all of the quotes. I love good quotes. But it talks about the sun. Then it gives you the sun card in brief. The corresponding tarot card, which is, of course, the sun. And then some key ideas that are associated with the card. Okay. So, and it goes on like that. Oh, I love that the moon is soul. Okay. And the high priestess. Okay, I'm excited. But it goes on like that. Through the guidebook, you go through the houses. It does the same thing. The houses even have a quote. Okay. Which is awesome. Beautiful. The fourth house, roots, the quote. I love you as certain dark things are to be loved, in secret, between the shadow and the soul. Pablo Neruda, Sonnet 17 of 100 love sonnets. So beautiful. I'm really excited to delve into it. So I'm going to stop talking and open the cards. So here are the card backs. Pretty simple. Just has all of the symbols of the signs of the zodiac, you know, going around starting with Aries. Okay. Or excuse me. Starting with Aries and ending with Pisces over here. Alrighty. So our first card we have here. Let's kind of loosen these puppies up a little bit. Break them in a little, so we can go through them a little easier. Okay, so we just talked about the sun, spirit. Okay. Okay. The moon is soul. And it's got, you know, the little triple goddess to match my tattoo up there. I love it. Okay, and they're all sticking together. Cardstock is good. Typical Blue Angel publishing cardstock. Okay. Venus, the planet Venus is love, of course. So, typical Blue Angel cardstock. Okay. Mars is force. How appropriate. And I like that the choice of words is force, not war, because there are many other kinds of forces. Even though Mars is the god of war, the lord of war, the planet of war, sex and action, virility. But I like the term force. Uranus, genius. Okay, and the planetary symbol here for Uranus. Okay. Black Moon Lilith. mystery. Okay. Okay, I believe that's an ancient Sumerian image of Lilith. Okay. Or Ishtar, I believe. Okay, so now we get into the signs. Cancer, and their affirmation is I feel. Okay, and we've also got the moon, because Cancer, you know, has ties to the moon and the mother. Okay, Virgo, I analyze. Yes. Okay, perfect statement. You could say that for me too, even though I'm not a Virgo. Libra, I balance. Okay. Scorpio, of course, I transform. Okay, and that traditional Scorpio burgundy red color. Capricorn, ooh, that's an interesting statement. I use. So I use how? Oh, interesting for Capricorn. Aquarius, I know. Okay. Pisces, I believe. Beautiful. Okay, and then we go into the houses. So first house, the body. Okay. The ego. How you see yourself. Second house, owning. Okay. Third house. Well, that kind of creeps me out a little. Third house, messages. Not this, doesn't creep me out. I'll show you in a second. Fourth house, roots. Okay, and that's what that beautiful quote I read earlier. Fifth house, creativity. The masks kind of like, oh. I saw the masks kind of peeking out. I didn't see anything else. I just saw this and I was like, oh, what's that? But the fifth house, creativity. Okay, so theater, plays, like the arts, I get it. But at first I was like, what is this? The sixth house, routine. Okay. Routine. The seventh house, partners. Ooh, I like this. Ooh. The masks scare me, but the skull does not. Eighth house, endings and beginnings. It's a beautiful card. The ninth house, faith. And I love that the ninth house, it's got like the Ouija board and it's got like the palmistry. Beautiful. Okay, 10th house, the world. Okay. Capricorn energy. Alrighty. 12th house, escape. Okay. Okay, here we go into the elements. So for the fire element, we have desire, red. Okay. Earth element, stability. Okay. Air element, communicating. And water element, come on. And water element, sensing. Okay. Then we have the nodes here. I like that that's included as well. The north node is your life purpose, and the south node is life debt. So your karma that you're, trying to clear. Okay. So very cool. Lunar eclipse, change. Kind of creepy. I don't know why some of these I'm kind of like, oh, that's kind of creepy. And I don't mind like creepy stuff, but it's like, oh, it's just the figurine is so ivory and then the eyes are jet black and it was kind of like, okay. But beautiful nonetheless. It was just striking. Solar eclipse, revolution. Okay. I like that word, revolution. If any of you got to see the solar eclipse when it came through America this August in 2017. Interesting. Oh, part of fortune, increase. Okay. Grand trine, blessings. Okay, this helps me because like the aspects and things like that with astrology, I have no idea. So that's part of the reason why I wanted this deck, to see if it would help me with that. So I'm excited. I think that it may. Grand cross, the provoker. Okay. So the square is like the hard aspect, I think. The yod, so destiny. Okay. Jupiter return, so benefits. Because Jupiter is the planet of expansion. Okay. Saturn return, age. Okay. Mercury retrograde, reinvention. Okay, we did it before and we know it didn't work the first time. Now let's try and go back and do this again and take our time and do it a little bit better. Yeah. I see you, Mercury retrograde. And the void, of course, moon missing. And I think that's a beautiful image. Absolutely gorgeous. Really liking it, really digging it. Let us pull a card. Just one, to see just what message this deck has for us right now in the moment. Okay. We've got two. Okay. You've got Taurus and Gemini. I have and I think. Okay. To me, this totally talks about your mentality around abundance, around stability. How do your thoughts influence that? Getting out of lack mentality, of not feeling secure enough, like you don't have enough, like you're not worthy enough, or even to the fact of maybe needing to just have more gratitude, instead of maybe trying to keep up with the Joneses or constantly comparing yourself to what somebody else has, instead of trying to maybe move to the next bigger, better, fancier house, just appreciating the home that you do have, and changing the way you think about money, changing the way you think about security, about stability, about the things that you find beautiful, about the beauty within, because Taurus also very much likes aesthetic and likes things to be beautiful. So, really working, to change the way that you think about all of the things that you have, the love that you have, the beauty that you have, the stability, the security, the money, changing your words instead of saying like, oh, I'm broke, or I'm too fat, or I hate my house, or I hate my car, or, it's a piece of junk, whatever it is, being more appreciative and changing the way that you think about it, or that I'm never going to get out of this situation. Just change that, that thinking. So, that has been my unboxing of the Black Moon astrology cards by Susan Shepard. I think that they're gorgeous. I love, that they include some things that I haven't seen in another astrology deck. I'm digging it. I'm totally digging it. If you'd like to book a reading with me, please check out my website at www.mavenunmask.com/book a reading. But have a great one, lovelies. Bye.